One of the reasons the Appalachian Barn Alliance is so important is because with the loss of tobacco, the majority of the barns that were built, many of them were multi-purpose, but the primary purpose for a lot of them was for tobacco. And tobacco was the cash crop. It was the one who paid the bills that allowed other farming to happen. For example, somebody had tobacco and beef cattle. There's never a lot of money in beef cattle on a small farm, a little bit, but not a lot. So the barn itself was built and maintained with tobacco money for the purpose of tobacco, even though it might have had a cow underneath it in the stall. With tobacco gone, there's not as much focus on keeping the barns up and running because they're not a critical factor in producing income for the farm. Sure, you can put your stuff in it to keep it dry, which is extremely important, your tools and equipment and that type of thing, for your other farming practices. And maybe in the barn you're doing some sort of value added or storing of some crops, cabbage, squash, something like that you could put in a barn for a few days while you're getting ready for market. But as a whole, since the barn is not in and of itself that critical to some of the production practices in farms, then you see them going down. It's hard to spend money on something that's not making you money. And the barn, in many cases, on a lot of farms, including mine, is not making any farm income. We now grow Christmas trees. I mean, I don't need a barn for any purpose with Christmas trees. I put my chainsaw in the basement at home, but the few tools that I use, they could be in the barn, but I don't even use a tractor to grow Christmas trees. So I don't need a barn at all, and that doesn't justify why my barns are not in great shape, but it is the reason, whether justifiable or not. The barn's not making me money, therefore it's hard to put money into something just because you want to. And I definitely want to. It's just there's not extra farm money there to put into a part of the farm that's not contributing to the income.